Hey, Jersey, Merry Christmas, man. You getting all this rain up there in your part of the country? You ain't that killing far from Pennsylvania. Yeah, way too much, and we dry as a bone down here. I'm having to water my winter garden. I ain't never had to water a broccoli, a row of broccoli, or a row of cauliflower, or Brussels sprouts. Never, and I'm having to water it now once a week. We can't get a rain. I guess it's gonna get here soon enough. There's a link up there if anybody. I see it's 4 people here want to drop in and help me talk a little bit. Ooh, 6 inches. Lord, how much? I'd like to get 6 inches, but I'd like for it to be spread out over about 2 weeks. Not all at once. I don't know. I'll probably get sleepy and have to shut it down, but I'm kind of bored. So I said, well, I'll see if anybody else is bored. See if anybody wants to jibber jabber a little bit. This Christmas tag thing that Danny Stone got going on, I reckon everybody's trying to keep up with that. Man, I've been watching videos. Well, I was already watching some of them because I didn't know what was going on. I finally went back to Danny's channel and found out what was going on. And I said, well, how the heck do you know if you get tagged? And it's hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out if you get tagged. Okay, well, good. Well, I hope it stays good. Hey, Melissa. Okay. All right, Melissa. Yeah, that this Christmas tag deal is I watched some of these videos. Some folks had already got tagged 2 and 3 times. And a lot of folks hadn't gotten tagged at all. I don't know. And it's impossible to go back and find the video unless somebody knows something I don't know. and they just come up here and there. I see Possum put one out. Of course, I was lucky enough that Melissa popped up and she tagged me. And heck, I tagged Pork Chop, but I don't have no idea how to get in touch with Pork Chop and let him know that if anybody that's in here that knows how to get a hold of Pork Chop, see, I don't have anything written down as far as channel names and all that. If anybody knows how to get a hold of Pork Chop, tell him he's been tagged. Jersey, do you have to? Okay. Oh Lord. Okay, well, thank you, Melissa. Man, I hope he's all right. Tough to be in the hospital right here at Christmas. That's bad. Let's say a prayer for him. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jersey, when you go back to work, are you on your feet a lot or? Yeah, I did see John Oliver's video. I sure did. And I saw Lance McCouguy's response in my video, so he knows. Well, you said he knew already. And I hadn't seen anything to Becca. I know her channel name. I don't even know if she knows what's going on. She's been posting quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know if she knows or not. If she does, okay. If she doesn't, that's okay too. But I just hope everybody that wants to get tagged gets tagged. I don't know. I don't know how you keep up with who it is and who has been and who hasn't been. And it's something else that I thought about. It's quite a few guys and gals that follow. Not too bad. Okay, they're gonna have a young guy ride along with me for the month of January. Okay, good. Good, Jersey. Something came to me while I was trying to figure out how this thing was working. There's a whole lot of people that follow this community that are in everybody's chat room that don't do YouTube. And those guys and gals seem to me like I don't know. I don't know if you tag them if they don't do YouTube. I don't guess it does any good to tag them. I don't know unless they just make one video or one short or whatever. I don't know. And I'll just use a perfect example. David Smith. He's in everybody's live stream, but he don't have a YouTube channel, as far as I know. And that's just one example. There's plenty more. Yeah, when you're forced. Yeah, somebody forced you. So we'll see how it goes. I sure hope don't nobody get their feelings hurt. That's not what it was planned for. But I hope it don't happen. Yeah, I saw his video. I saw Hog Legs. His. Now Jody did a short. Pontoon Jody did a short, and I've only seen it one time in all the section that I've done. I've only seen her short one time, and I don't know where it went. I just happened to see it there one time. Or when I was doing one of the searches, I put the hashtags and all of this and all of that, different hashtags and all, and I saw her short pop up one time, and I was writing down at one time. I was writing down everybody that had been tagged, but hey, 205. But then I got to where I wasn't making any headway, so I quit doing it. But it's a lot of them that have been, it's 4 or 5 have been tagged at least twice, and some of them 3 times. Yeah, well, that's right. Because if somebody, unless somebody is just going to tag who they want to tag and not try to spread it all throughout the community, somebody's gonna get tagged more than once because just some people are popular, or they're like Bubbles. Bubbles gonna get tagged a bunch of times. And I imagine that J Dog will get tagged a bunch of times. Now Chad has been tagged 2 or 3 times, and I don't know why, because he ain't very popular. But you know how that goes. Oh, he's in here. Yeah, Danny get it figured out. Yeah, I saw his. Yeah, and 205, he tagged Jerry, and Jerry been tagged twice already. He's been tagged 3 times already. But there's no way not to. It's unless you spend. I don't have a job. Well, I rake a few leaves here and there if I want to. I got time to sit here and go back and look through all that stuff. A lot of people don't have that kind of time. I think we ought to appoint you, Melissa, to make a list and post it. That's right. No way to know. But anyway, it's a good deal. It's fun. I just hope nobody gets I don't know. He's probably over there on the other side of this bed. Stoop down. Lucky, where are you? Lucky got away. He sleeps a lot. That's right. 205. As long as you can try to make one. And Lucky he's a terrible, terrible pet now, I'm telling you. He's last night when I went to bed, he got in the way, he comes over and taps me on my arm. And that's a signal to make him a cave up under the cover so he can go down and get under the covers. Oh, okay. And last night, my legs were bothering me a little bit, so I had my knees up in the air. And when I made my little cave with my arm up there, yeah, like this, no, like that, he went plumb to the foot of the bed down there. And he always goes under the covers, and I scratch him on his head. And then he'll turn around, like point it back out, and I'll rub him. And then after, I don't know, about 3 minutes, he stands up upon there and walks out. He's had enough, and he jumps down and leaves and goes somewhere. I don't know where he goes. But last night, he went all the way to the foot of the bed. And I wanted to just drop my knees and let that cover go down on him, but I need butter, because if he gets excited up under them covers, I'd have to get up and change the sheets, because I'd be bleeding all from my feet all the way up to my head. So I just laid there, and he finally got back close enough and got his head up there where I could scratch him. And he laid down, and I rubbed on his head up under the covers down there. My arm was stretched as far down as I could get. And I said, well, he stayed. And I said, right, I believe he's going to stay up under the cover. And I got tired of rubbing on him. But I kept on. And sure enough, he stood up and walked out when he had enough and hopped down and left. And when I woke up this morning, he was in the bed over there by me. But last night was kind of funny. I thought he was going to stay up under there. But he's a strange cat. But he loves me, boy. I'm telling you, he is some attached. But I guess that works both ways. What's Hog Leg doing? Is he driving that truck or fishing? Yeah, both of these cats are spoiled rotten. But don't either one of them like to be handled. They don't mind you petting on them and rubbing on them, but don't either one of them get in your lap. Don't either one of them get up on the couch and sit beside you. Now one of them sleeps in there on the bed with Kay, and then Lucky sleeps on the bed with me. But it ain't no picking them up and petting them. They don't care nothing about that. Email who? Hog Leg? Hey, yeah. Hey, Hog Leg.
What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. I'm bored and thought I'd get up here and talk about this tagging a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Hey, Bud.
it's something Danny Stone started, and
Yeah, I finally, I didn't know what y'all was talking about, but then Danny's name came up enough that I said, well, let me go back and find his videos. And then he had out 2 videos about it, and then I understood what was going on. Kind of.
yeah.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, Bud.
What's going on, Bug, man?
I'm putting reel on my new little mini bait casting reel.
Oh,
There
Lord.
you go.
It's cool, man. I got lucky with it. I wasn't sure what I was going to get when I ordered it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's one of them that when it comes, you're a little happier than you thought. It's better than I thought it was going to be, kind of thing.
yeah. I seen that reel. It kind of resembles a Pin 209.
Yeah, it's a little bitty guy. I'm putting some 4 pound tests on it.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
always use for bluegill fishing anyway, you know.
yeah, yeah. It's a little bit smaller than a Pin 209 though.
Yeah,
But it's built
it's
just
a
like
little
it.
bitty real. I mean,
Yeah,
it looked a lot bigger on the screen than it actually is, you know, because I got really small hands.
yeah.
Donald Trump's hands make mine look like giants. Or my hands make his look like giants. Well, it looks like it holds a lot more of this 4 pound than I thought it did because it said it held
Hey, Curtis.
somewhere. But go ahead, I'm done talking. I'm watching.
Come on up here, Curtis.
I never did find where I was tagged or whatever, but I ain't had time.
Well, I saw somebody tag you. I mean, I
Yeah,
saw it when I watched the video.
yeah,
Somebody,
I did. I heard about it. I just hadn't seen it. But I'm getting ready to log into StreamYard and get it activated so I can go live in the morning. But I can't go to bed till midnight. I got to give Dad a dose of medicine at midnight and hope it gets us through till 4 a.m. or so. Well, I don't know if I had enough line on this spool that I'm using. I may not have. I may have to learn to tie one of them one knots where you tie the line together.
well, as smart as you are, I bet you can figure it out.
Yeah, that's something. I've seen it. I got videos of it. That's, you know, I had to go and get a video to learn how to tie the knot to put line on the bait cast reel. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know how you tied it. And I seen a video of how you tie two lines together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would. I might do it on a bluegill rod. I don't think I'd ever do that on a catfishing rod.
Hey, Lance. Well,
I can see Jack, can I? There it is. I can see it. Nice.
buddy of mine that I used to fish with, he gone now. He used to come over and we camped, did a lot of rod and reel fishing out there on the road. And he found he had a spinning reel, what I call a spinning reel, them things up under the rod.
Yeah.
And he bought him I don't know what this thing was, but it was a closed face reel. And he brought that thing out there that day, and he was proud of it. He said, "This thing here is a horse. It's 1-to-1 gear ratio." Said it'll pull anything in this reel out. I said, "Well, Johnny, I hope it will." And we were anchored in a deep hole, right above a deep hole. And there's a big drop off right there on the corner of the river. Pretty good current. Oh, I say 12-ounce current. Man, that's just, you just flip the line out and let it go down, not cast it. So I took my rod out and he got his and baited it up, and he flipped his out, that big old closed face thing. And he was sitting there holding that pole to let that wait for that line, that weight to hit the bottom.
I already see it coming.
And it spooled.
I was going to say it spooled off, didn't it?
That line, the end of that line went through all them eyes.
Wow.
He looked over at me to see if I was looking, and I was already starting to laugh.
I ain't never going fishing with you. I swear I ain't.
I was already laughing. I said, man, that's a hell of a rod reel you got there for. I said, man, you can't even get to the bottom of one of these holes. And he had, I think he had 30-pound test line. Well, I know he had 30-pound test line on it, and it didn't hold enough line to get to the bottom in that 80-foot hole.
Wow.
He said, well, I guess because I had been trying to basically give him a couple of my 309s, because, you know, they hold enough line to fish in the ocean. And I had, golly, I don't know how many of them I had, but I had enough. But when one didn't do right, I put another one on there. But
110 yards of 8-pound, it said. I found it.
I tried to get him to take one of mine, but he never would.
He was humbled and embarrassed.
Hey, Steve.
Sure was. I laughed. And I had an old preacher fishing with me one time. He gone too. But now, what's the pin reel below a 209? It's a panfish reel, little old bitty reel. It ain't hard, about twice big as a silver dollar.
That's about what I got.
That's
right
that's about what Bugman's got.
Yeah.
Well, when he saw what I was using, it was years ago. When he saw what I was using, he run across this thing at a pawn shop in Searcy, Arkansas. And it was a pin. So he bought it. Because Ed couldn't remember yesterday, much less, but he saw it was a pin, so he shows up at one of these camping trips, fishing trips we went on all back in them days. And he said, I got me a pin reel, Coach. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, got me a pin. Just like yours. He pulled that thing out, and I said, hey. And I went over to my boat and got one of mine out of the storage box there, and I said, look, and that 309 is twice, 3 times bigger than that reel he had. He said, well, listen, ought to work good. It's a pin. I said, all right. And he was going to fish with me. Didn't nobody, he talked all the time. And so I was about the only one who was taking fishing out of the group. And first place we set up on, we were up at Tunica, just south of Memphis. First place we set up on, he caught one that weighed, I think it was 16 pounds. And that was the biggest fish he'd ever landed on a rod and reel. And there was some pretty good current, and that old man was wore out when it was all said and done. And he put his rod in the rod holder, and he said, I'm going to have to rest for a little bit. And I said, well, I'm going to fish a little bit more right here. It's a good spot. And I caught one weighed 28, 29 pounds. I don't know. But anyway, I said, all right, let's go up the river and find everybody else. There was about 6, 7 boats out there. And there was a hole I wanted to fish. We call it the ripple hole. When the water was down, you anchored in 5 or 6 foot water and fished 75 feet deep.
Woo.
And the water was down, so I knew the hole, but I figured that all the other guys knew about it too. I figured a bunch of them would be there, but anyway, I got up there, wasn't none of them there. I saw them all along the bank as I was going up and waved at them and stopped and talked to them and this and that and other. And we got up there, and I didn't look at the hole with the sonar or anything. I went right up above it, dropped the anchor on them old rocks just like I knew how to do, and let that boat drift back. Stopped the anchor rope for a minute, and it was still showing 6 feet. I let the little bit of rope out, and it was showing 6 feet, and then it was showing 72 feet. So I pulled the rope back up some and got it to where it was showing 6 feet again, and locked the anchor rope down. And I said, now Ed, just bait up and drop straight off in this hole. It's a straight down ledge right there. I said, just drop straight down. And so he did. And I baited my pole up and tossed it out there a little bit. It went down, and you didn't have to use a whole lot of weight because that 6 foot water blocked all that current. And I think we had like 8 ounces on, and it'd lock it down because you know how it is. It wasn't no current down deep like that. But it was a good spot. Hey, Mark. So we sitting there.
Hey, Mark.
The pole went down, and it just almost broke his pole on that little old rod, that little old deal he had. I said, oh, Lord. I said, he grabbed that pole, and he couldn't get it out of the rod holder. And I told him, I said, man, you're going to have to let the drag off on it. And it had a little star drag on it, just like the 309s do. So just let off of that star drag a little bit and a little at a time, and then get it out of the rod holder and then tighten it back down. Well, he did, and he got it out, and he goes to fighting this fish. But I thought it was going to spool him.
Are you fishing, Brian?
Yeah, I'm sitting there fishing.
The fish would keep coming back in that hole. It'd leave and it'd come back, and it'd leave, it'd come back. And it'd leave and he'd lose line, he'd come back and he'd reel back, get his line back, and he finally got that fish hooked. And I don't know how long he fought this thing, but it was a while. And I got the net on him, and it was a good fish, pretty good fish. And I got him over the boat, and I looked over at Ed, and he had put his rod in the rod holder and had his arms on his thighs, and he had his head down. I thought he was going to have a heart attack. I said, man, don't fall out the boat now. I'm hooked, coach. I'm hooked.
Yeah, I ain't going to say nothing. That'll be me until I get out and get some fishing done. I guarantee that first big one I catch will whoop me.
So I said, well, you got to get out here and get him out of the net and get the hook out of his mouth. We got a web now. I said, this web bigger than 16 pounds. And he said, oh. And so I got on the bottom of the boat, and I got it unhooked, got it out of the net for him, and got the scales out. And he couldn't hold the fish up. So I weighed the fish. He looked at it, and I looked at it, and it weighed 33 pounds. And I laid the fish back down on the floor of the boat because I was gonna make him let it go, you know.
Yeah.
And it was his fish. I didn't want to do everything. I wanted him to remember it. But when I put the fish back down, he flopped a little bit, and I got a big old round net. The fish got back in the net, in the bottom of the boat, and got the net flipped over on itself. And he's down on the floor of the boat trying to get this fish out of the net. And I heard something go, and I looked around, and that pole of mine, I didn't have out but one pole. The 2 pole was almost in the water. And that was the rod holder creaking. That's the sound I heard. And I grabbed my rod, and I couldn't get it out the hole. So I had to do the same thing he did, let off a little bit of the drag and get it out. And I said, all right, Ed, hurry up and get that fish back in the water. We got to have that net. I said, this is a good one. So,
All right, Hub.
so these guys, some more of the guys stopped by, and they coming up the river in the boat, and they saw me fighting this fish, so they videoed all this. They pulled out there about 15 yards, and they was videoing it. With me fighting this fish and all. And so now Ed is going to try to get this fish in the net. He finally got his fish back in the water, got the net, and he's going to try to net this fish. And I bring him up beside the boat, and he weighed, ended up weighing, I think it was 53 pounds. But Ed done swatted at that fish so many times that I figured I was going to lose the fish. He ended up getting that fish's horn through the outside of the net.
Oh.
He never got the fish in the net. Never got him in the net. his horn got through the net and got tangled up, and he pulled the fish up close enough in to where I could get my hands on the fish, get my hand in his mouth, and get him over the boat. He never got him in the net. I told him, I said, Ed, I ought to throw you in this river. He said, man, he said, I'm beat, coach. He said, I'm beat. I said, well, bait up. He said, I ain't baiting up no more. I ain't baiting up no more today.
I ain't paid nothing no more.
He caught a 16 and a 33, and he done quit, man.
I say, oh man, I tell you, I ain't gonna get embarrassed that bad. I don't care how bad I gotta suck it up. I'm sucking that one up.
I told this story before about
I go home
Ed.
and die.
We went flathead fishing. We were fishing at the mouth of Arkansas River. And
Come on, man, don't be that way.
I was using brim, big old fillet size brim, bigger than your hand, live. And I knew this spot off the bank, old clay bank, good place to fish. And so we pulled up there. And I threw that big old brim out there. And Arkansas don't have the current in it the Mississippi has, so it didn't have a whole lot of weight on there. And I threw it out there in that big old eddy. And that weight went down. And it did no more than hit the bottom than that pole, that 309 went to sing. Pull and drag. I said, oh. And I still had the pole in my hand. So I let him run. And when he slowed down, I said, well, he got to have this bait because he made a long run with it. He ran a long way. He pulled a lot of line out. But I locked that thing down and set the hook on him, and boy, it was like hooking into a tree. And I said, boy, Ed, I got a monster. And he was. I know he had to be in. And I fought that fish, and I never gained anything on him. I never got any line. I just was holding on, and he was popping a little drag. I had the clicker off by then, and he was popping a little drag, and I was just going to have to wear him down, and he got off. And I said, shoot. And here's a preacher now.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part.
Yeah, I said it early on. He's a preacher.
I missed that part. Okay.
And he said, Coach, I believe I'd have said something worse than that. I said, okay. I said, but, all right. So we didn't do nothing else for this day. Next morning, we go out and we in the same spot. And he's using cut skipjack, and I'm using live brim. And he threw out there, and I threw my live brim out there, and about that time his pole went down. And he grabbed it, and he set the hook on it, and he had a fish. And he fought him for about a minute or two, and the fish got off. And he looked over there at me, and I was sitting there like, now what are you gonna say? I ain't gonna tell you what he said, but he let out a good one, boy. I said, preaching.
Now, when I was a kid, Dad and them always let that line run for a good minute, if they could. You know what I mean? And then they'd set the hook.
Well,
I'd be like, well, what do you do that for? He said, because I want that fish to have all that whole bait in his mouth.
Yeah. Well, this one, see, I had the clicker on. When I threw it out and it was going down, I put the clicker on.
Yep.
And as soon as it hit, he grabbed it and took off with it. And but he never slowed down. He ran with it and got on out there a pretty good bit, and then he started slowing down. Well, I figured he had the hook, but I should have just left that clicker on and let him stop and gobble on a little bit or whatever. But when they taking line like that.
Oh yeah, you're in trouble unless you got a lot of line.
Oh, I had 300 something yards. He wasn't gonna get all my line, but But I just figured that man. I figured he was bigger, and he just took that brim hole and was taking it away because he was running, man. He was getting it,
Huh.
and that clicker would sound like Jaws on it.
I can't wait till I catch a fish like that.
But that would have probably been the biggest flathead I'd ever caught. But I caught a 35, and
Now, see, when I go bank fishing with my Abus, because they got a good clicker,
yeah,
I'll put them in the rod holder and crank it down till the line's straight out, and then I'll trip that reel, and that clicker will hold it unless it's real windy or something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then when the fish hits you, I love that sound of. I'm like, oh, that's fish on. Now, if I can just get there in time to get it.
Well, all these boys down here that started out using those little Abus, they all had to get rid of them things. Well, they got the big ones. The Abu came out with that big reel, a 700. What is it?
Oh yeah.
7,000.
Yeah, them regular little Abus, them they couldn't stand up out there.
Yeah, I don't
They couldn't stand up out there.
know for that booze.
Well, you know that them fish in that river down deep like that's big as a Volkswagen.
That's what they say. You got to get them out there. They're running that Volkswagen, rolling windows up on them.
Exactly. Everybody has. I don't care what state you're from. Everybody got that story about the bottom of the dam and the catfish as big as a Volkswagen.
Yeah, my wife and I were talking about that the other day.
And I'm like, well, if it's that big and you was down there, wouldn't you want to know where it's at and come back and catch it? Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Some of them kids that found out that I used to catch fish, and I don't know. Anyway,
Run some of that.
and they always telling case stories about them big fish at the bottom of them dams over there.
Yep.
And I told us, I said, Case, that's been going on since I was a little boy.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody, no matter where you're from, that story's out there if you fish. I'll bet they got it in Alaska even.
Probably do. Might be salmon up there though.
Yeah, that's probably true. They salmon so big there at the end of that dam that it's big as a car or big as a van. Not bad now, but no, I had me.
How did I miss anybody? I got Mark.
Nope. Lance.
I got
Mark
Lance.
Man Curtis.
Mike Irvin. I didn't get Mike Irvin. Hey, Mike.
Mike Irvin. 205.
So Mark, you still here? Okay, hold on. I got to click my cam on. Mark, you still there? Okay.
Yeah, Mark's really.
Yeah, hold on. Oh,
Mug Man, you gonna go live in the morning?
Yep.
Okay.
And Mark, core candles. Oh man, you gotta love core candles.
That's about the size of that reel the preacher had.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's just a little bitty thing. It, like you said, it's about the size of a silver dollar.
Yeah.
Me and Mark was talking
Hey,
about this
Tina.
the other day, and I didn't know they still had them. This ain't the Eagle Claw; it's the Bass Pro Shop, but same rod. Because the guy that supposedly had the Eagle Claw had issues getting it shipped to me. The fact matters, he didn't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but everything I buy, I use PayPal. And that way, when I have an issue, I just go PayPal and tell them, hey, these people rip me off, and I'll let PayPal handle it. And they usually give me my money back with no questions.
I need to get PayPal.
Yeah, it's good to have it.
If you're dealing with somebody you don't know personally, you know what I mean? It's good to have.
Well, we used to use it all the time, and then we did away with it. And years ago. But I need to go on a sexy reel. I ain't never seen a sexy reel.
This reel here, Uncle Lou's got one too. It's a Ming Yang CL25. That's what it's called. Believe it or not, I got the reel through Temu. But they've been sending me emails for a year or so, and I never clicked on none of them. And One of them had one of them had a fishing rod on it, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute!" And I clicked on it, and I started searching through their fishing gear, looking for a mini, because they got a couple of them that are called crappie, ultralight crappie grills or whatever on like Bass Pro Shop or whatever, but they look like they're made out of plastic and they ain't got no drag adjustment or nothing to them.
Hmm.
And I'm like, well, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that looks like a bait casting reel. And tomorrow we'll know whether it A, cast, and B, catches any fish.
Hey, Viking.
Hey, Catfish Viking.
How big I was telling, I called Troy today. I was in that truck game.
Yeah.
I was hauling you call, I don't know, I call them piggyback, but anyway.
Wiggle wagon.
Yeah, wiggle wagon.
Wiggle wagon. I like that one.
And I went around a curve on a bridge,
Uh-huh.
and I swear, I believe I got too close to the bridge with the back wheels on that trailer, off one of the wheels, and I swear I believe I saw blue smoke come up behind that trailer.
Wow.
And then, but I'm looking in the mirror, you know. And later on, it was a long trip, I don't know. But anyway, I did it again. And I thought I saw blue smoke then.
Huh.
And I was there with Troy.
I heard they did a lot with the graphics on there.
Yeah. Well, I got my graphics turned down so low that
Oh man. I put that new video card in my computer, and I put my SSD drive in it. I got it running. It's fast, and I got that trucking game turned all the way up to
yeah, I wish I could do that.
and
Cold.
man, it looks a world of difference.
You can for about $150.
You can do anything as long as you got the money.
I'd have to carry mine to somebody though, because I don't know how to do all that.
Well, it won't cost you that much to get it put in. And I see this fine meeting of the minds up here, and I thought I'd better come up and see if I can learn anything.
Yeah, it's a good one, ain't it?
Well, did we ever decide whether we can put another video card in this one of mine, Hogland?
I think you can, because I've seen a video card for all-in-one.
Well, where would I take this thing?
Uh-oh. Troy's gone.
Good. I don't want to talk to him anyway.
I don't know. You got any local computer shops around there?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Have you got a Staples or a Best Buy or something like that?
No, not a Staples or a Best Buy. There's some computer shops though. People that work on computers in a shop.
Okay.
Now, so best thing to do, I'm gonna tell you what the best thing, the simplest thing to do is. Take it down there to the computer shop. Tell them what you're trying to. Tell them that you're trying to play games on it, and they'll just put a new card in it. Now you don't have to use their card. Now you gotta understand. You go down there and buy a card from them people, you're gonna pay more money. You buy a card and take it down there and have them install it. I just take it down there and find out what kind of card it'd take. Ask them if you get the card, if they can put it in.
All right. Hey, Rusty.
Yeah. Wow. That
You got
is.
the card, buddy.
Well, in other words, if they got a card for sale, they're gonna charge high for it, huh?
Yeah, don't do that. Find out from them where you can, how big of a card you could put in that thing.
Well, couldn't I carry the model number up there and ask them without carrying the computer up there?
Well, you might. You might.
Surely they got enough sense. If they running a computer shop, they got enough sense to know how to.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you, if you find out what kind of card it'll, I don't know what kind of computer it is, so I don't know how big of a card it is, but find out what kind of card you need, and I'll shop for you one.
Lord, I'd have to go back and what kind of information you got to have?
Well, you need to know what what computer it is what you need to know. Should be on the back of that computer what model of computer that is.
Yeah, it is. That's all you need.
Well, they ought to be able to tell you by looking it up at the shop. Now, Stan bought a card. And he bought one off of Amazon. I don't think he paid about $150 for a new one. I think he bought a second hand one. I think's what he told me. But Stan tells me so much.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Have you got a old computer monitor around there or something like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Keyboard, mouse.
No, we don't have nothing.
All right. You
Who got the TV on?
Here, I got mute that. That's Mom. It's all the way in the other room.
No.
if you can buy a refurbished computer big enough to run games. They have a 1050 video card in it. You can buy everything for $200. The computer, the monitor, the mouse, and the keyboard.
See, but I'd have to replace this computer with it. I ain't got anywhere to put it. I don't have anywhere to put another computer. And all my stuff is on this computer, see?
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, but you'd be better off, like Hogleg said, if you could make some space to put one, and you don't have to have it much space, to keep your business computer separate from your gaming computer anyway.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, look here. This is Lance McCougar got him an Ancient Mariner.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's called a Jigger. Ancient Mariner Jigger.
Okay, that is sexy, Lance.
You muted, Bug Man.
Is yours still freezing up?
You talking to me?
Yes, sir.
It started tonight again, but I ran a speed test and my speed was down some.
Well, how's it been doing?
The last couple of nights been doing good.
Well, it may be just bad internet tonight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get too worried about it too much until you see for sure. We got Hogleg playing the hunting game.
Yeah, you told me.
Wow.
What done ruined you had with Hogleg?
No. I had played it all day today.
You was on it yesterday.
Yeah.
Hogleg, you notice this computer ain't making that sound no more.
Well, no, I ain't heard it yet.
It ain't gonna do it. I went and bought another can of air and really put the blow to it. And took my time, and I used the rest of that first can and figured out where the vent holes were and blew a lot of dust out of it, I guess. But it ain't done it in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa, Stan told me him and Hogleg stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning playing that thing.
Heck yeah. And thank you, Troy, for buying me them 2 DLCs.
Oh, not a problem. Did you try one of them guns out?
I done got a 308. The DLCs was on sale, so I bought some about 4 or 5 of the 99-cent ones,
Uh-huh.
and I bought, I can't remember whatever it is, one with the deer stand in it
Yeah.
and the tents.
That 308 is a deer killing dude.
Yeah, I killed a, let's see, hog and red deer, a roe deer or something, whatever it was called, and something else with it. But I got on that ATV, and I got me a dog now too, a bloodhound.
Lord, you moved right on up the ranks.
Yeah, they had all them coming on them DLCs. But I lost my ATV because I didn't know that. I didn't realize that if you run out of the map, you only got so many seconds to get back in before they respawn you. And I was respawned, and my dog and me came back to where we started, but man, my ATV didn't.
Well, you just go in the garage and get another one. It automatically goes back to the garage.
Oh man.
Me and Stan want to get you on there and take you on a duck hunt and let you shoot some flying birds.
No, I didn't buy it. Well, I guess I could, but
Oh, you got a shotgun?
Yeah. Yeah.
You ought to see Stan shoot them flying birds. He shot 250 rounds the other day and got 2 birds.
Hey, PA.
Hey, PA. David Smith.
Hey, David.
Rusty.
Yeah, we hauling bikinis, man.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I like playing with Stan. He makes me look like a professional.
Hey, real quick, when I'm setting up my StreamYard and it says upload a thumbnail, where does that thumbnail appear after I upload it when I'm going live or whatever?
On YouTube?
Yeah, it'll go straight to YouTube. I don't know what he said.
He Bugman getting all prepared and everything. And he
Hold on.
going,
All right, now it asked me if I want to. I'm setting up my StreamYard. It asked me if I wanted to upload a thumbnail, and if I upload it, it'll show up right there when I click like that, won't it?
No, it'll put it on YouTube.
From my StreamYard?
Yeah, you go in the StreamYard. What are you doing? Setting up a show?
Yeah, I'm setting up a live for tomorrow.
All right. No, it won't put it right there on your icon. It'll put it out there on YouTube.
Okay, we'll do it and see what happens.
Have you got thumbnail to upload? All right. Well, if you own StreamYard, upload, and then you click on it, and then it'll put it in that little box on StreamYard. And then when you create the show, it'll send it all to YouTube.
No, no, it's not Rusty. He's down here on the floor. I don't know who that is, meow. You may have a cat and don't know it, boy.
Well, I got my Christmas present early. I got Melissa to get on camera. That's all I wanted for Christmas.
You sure did that now.
Yeah, you did that. Wow.
He's down here on the floor, Melissa. Hey,
I
man.
can't even get her to get on the camera.
I know it. I like to show out every once in a while.
Yeah, we were talking about that early on before you came in, Hog Leg. You know, it's a bunch of folks that's been tagged 2 or 3 times, and there's a bunch of folks that ain't been tagged any. And,
Yeah.
And I ain't figured out how you go back through there and figure out who's been tagged and what's been tagged, who's done what.
Well, what Danny Stone, I know he said he was sitting on the riverbank and he just thought of it. But he also said that next year he'll be more prepared. He should have said everybody put hashtag Christmas tag or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we could all just put in hashtag Christmas tag or whatever you want to call it. And then they would be all in one place.
Where you can see them when you search them.
Exactly.
But I've been trying to. I went back through a bunch of them and I've been writing the names down. I really was just seeing who's been tagged. Because if I had been tagged, you see.
Right.
Because if now like Melissa did it was good. She tagged me, but she sent me a text message and say she had. Well, that worked. But
Yeah.
But I had already compiled this, gone through and found what I could find. And like I said earlier, Jody put up a short, okay? And in the hashtag catfish Christmas whatever tag that however I was searching it 2 or 3 different ways, she popped her short popped up, and I watched. And that's the only time I've seen it. I ain't seen it again. So I don't know where it went. Hey, Matt.
Hello, Mark.
What's going on, Matt?
He said, am I too big of a superstar now? No, I don't hardly think so.
There you are. You a superstar.
Oh, I don't hardly think so. Handsome, yes. Superstar, probably not.
But yeah, I don't know. Next year, of course, it caught on. I don't know if he thought it was gonna catch on like it did.
I don't hear.
And everybody was gonna try to participate.
Sitting that time. I seen what you wrote up there. Oh no, it's Troy. I mean, hi Troy. I seen it.
And I think Melissa said that Pork Chop, I tagged Pork Chop, and he's in the hospital.
Yeah, I sent him a text, told him that he was tagged by you, and he sent me one back, just said, okay. I guess he sent Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa said he was.
Yeah.
If he got out of the hospital, he's in the hospital. I don't know. She didn't know what's wrong with him. I hope he got out.
Well, I tell you what, people in the hospital, poor Dustin, he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Well, you know he is.
They're going to have to do something about them folks running up down these roads of drinking and driving. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're going to have to do something.
Yeah, he's lucky he's still here.
They're going to have to crack down on that some way or another. It's just too many of them.
Yeah, does Curtis got them M&Ms from Skywalker, and Skywalker had this made for me.
Hello, Matt.
Look at yonder. That's all right.
It lights up and everything.
Is that iron?
Yeah, it's made out of metal.
I'll be.
Sure enough.
Oh, I had it lit up last night.
That looks good.
See, if you hold it against the wall, it
Mm-hmm.
illuminates the metal. And it changes color and it flashes. It's pretty nice.
You're gonna have to figure out somewhere to hang it back yonder.
Yeah.
Right over that Georgia sign, probably be the best place.
No. I may move the Georgia sign, but I ain't gonna move it completely. Go Dogs.
He said, "Go Dogs." Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
They were gypped out of there. They should have been able to defend their national championship.
Yeah, I think they got cheated themselves. If you really want to know the truth about it.
It was about it's about a foot by a foot. About 12 inches by 12 inches.
They man, I've been spreading Christmas glee with this sauerkraut. Man, I got a fellow farmer down south here that he loves that stuff. I carried him a half a gallon last week, and he ain't got 4 bites left in that jar.
Man.
He's eating the fire out of it. And I carried him another half gallon a day and a half a gallon of tomatoes, fermented tomatoes. And I told him my next trip down there is going to be to show them how to do it.
Hog leg, how come there's a cord hanging in front of your head?
It's this microphone right here.
Okay.
Can you all hear the TV now?
Yes, sir.
You can hear the TV?
Yes, sir.
Really? I got my ear things in. Oh.
That just keeps you hearing the TV.
Hey, I want Uncle Lou. I told Uncle Lou a while back that I would like to. I'd like to find a trolling motor, right?
Yeah.
He says, well, I got one. I'll give you. And he was looked up the shipping on it. It's gonna cost $250 to ship it. And our oldest son, he moved right up there where Uncle Lou lives. And last week he brought, he come back down here to get his little girl and take her back up there over the Christmas holidays. So he brought the trolling motor to me.
Boy, you hit on that one, didn't you?
Man, it's a Minn Kota 24 volt, 70-pound thrust, Copilot
Hey, Whisker.
V2 or something like that.
You made a hit there.
Heck yeah.
Curtis, I will run over your M&M bag with my wheelchair.
It's a shame that Lou, Uncle Lou, everybody knows he wouldn't do a video because I guess everybody would have tagged him.
Yeah. I know me and Melissa both were gonna tag him, but yeah, he don't. We know he don't want to be doing no YouTube videos.
Yeah, Matt, that sauerkraut, that fermented sauerkraut is some good stuff now. And it's good for you.
Hey, how's them tomatoes looking?
Got blooms on, bud.
Oh, have mercy, devil.
I started to send you a picture today, but it was cloudy. I'll send you a picture tomorrow, maybe. I believe I'm gonna make a tomato.
I believe you.
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
Yeah.
I put I've been experimenting with a little neem oil, and I just put a little shot on them day before yesterday. Just one little spray, just on both of them.
What do you mix the neem oil with? A little dish detergent? You mix it with dish detergent?
No, that'll burn them there. Just straight water.
Wonder how they gonna taste.
Well, they may not be as good as outside ones, but they be. I don't know. Hell, they may not be fit to eat. I don't know,
I bet they're good.
No, they took the rain out down here. It's supposed to rain here today, but wait a minute now. Now they done put it back in.
Y'all want to hear something funny?
Yeah. I want to hear something funny.
I was in there asleep the other night. And when I go to sleep now, I'm asleep. And I got a gun there beside the bed. I've had a gun beside the bed for ever and a day.
Right.
And I woke, something woke me up the other night, and I heard this big, huge crash. And I thought somebody, of course, woke me up out of dead sleep. I thought somebody kicked it in the door. Is what I thought. So I reached over and got a hold of that gun on the table there. And I told my wife, I said, get this mask off of me, because I thought somebody's trying to break in. You know, I had that CPAP mask on. The neighbors, I guess, upstairs was up there throwing stuff around on the floor. She done got up. She's standing in the corner over there, behind me over there, beating on the ceiling with a broom, trying to get them to be quiet. And I'm thinking somebody breaking in the house.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And I'm hollering for her to get that mask off of me. So she said, golly, she said, you know, you may be getting a little bit old, but you ain't lost no step when it comes to getting to that gun. You had that in a flash. I said, I woke up, thought somebody's breaking in this joker.
Yeah. Hey, Cody.
Hey, Coach, Hogleg, Bugman, Troy, you want to go, bro?
Lord have mercy, here he comes begging for Christmas M&Ms.
I need some more. That bag's almost gone.
That's a
You
shame.
gotta be joking me.
How big a bag you eat?
Hogleg, you know me better than that.
Golly.
You know this sucker don't last long.
Oh, have mercy, boy.
Boy, you're going to give yourself to diabetes.
Oh, man.
Diabetes ain't got nothing on me. Hey, Troy, can I ask for a favor?
What?
The next time you do Whoppers, next time you do the WWE thing, could you put me and Hogleg as a tag team partner versus the Bait Shop Boys?
Yeah.
So, well, of course. We can sure pull that off. I need a third guy.
Just tag me in, Hog Leg. I'll take out the whole bait shop, boys. Supply me with the M&Ms. It's over with.
I'm gonna have to transfer. I'm gonna have to work on my characters because I'm gonna have to transfer them. I'm getting a new wrestling game.
Oh, you are? That'd be cool.
I'm gonna have to have a new one because you can't make any more characters on the old one after 1st of January.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to transfer them over. Yeah, we can do that.
Appreciate that, Troy.
If y'all lose, that's just on y'all.
Have Melissa as our manager.
Need to put Melissa in there. She's kind of bad on that game.
Yeah, me and Hog Leg will just sit back and watch her take care of business.
Heck yeah. She did all the work on that last one.
Bugman took off, didn't he?
Yeah, he just disappeared.
He said, I'm going to bed.
Hey, Troy, you don't need to make a third character. Put Papa Smurf in there as our partner.
Oh, yeah, I got to put Eric in there. Well,
Yeah.
Good night, Bug.
I need to make one a stand. I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around how big of a clown I can make him.
Hey, Sparkle's dressed up like Sparkle.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
Yeah, he did.
He sent me that before the show, and I looked at that, and I had to take a double take, and I looked at it again, and I thought that fool is done dressed up like that. Hilarious.
Don't expect nothing less from Freddie.
Oh my God, it was hilarious, and they must have made that thing. They did a great job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God. Funny.
Go to bed, Bug. We didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Well, he's got to get up early. He's got to do a show tomorrow. He's got to take care of Pops, too.
Yeah, he got to do the medicine at midnight.
5 a.m. I'll be watching that on the rewind, Bug, man.
Yeah, I get up 4 a.m., get ready for the show every morning.
About 5:04. That's when we start.
Yeah. Sometimes it's me late. Sometimes it's Curtis late.
Most time it's Curtis.
I don't know about that now.
Bug, man.
That T-shirt.
So you nailed that one, Troy.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of it's, y'all come up with a lot of this. You don't even realize it. I just sit back and listen to all the crazy stuff y'all come up with, and then put it together on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
He wakes me at 4 a.m. David, I get kind of mean then too. Not kind of, you do get mean.
It's like kind of.
Oh, man.
That's like my wife. You don't wake my wife up in the middle of the night.
Mm-mm.
That's how come she's up there beating on the ceiling with a broomstick, mad.
Mm.
Waking my wife up in the middle of the night's like waking a bear up out of a cave. I ain't doing that.
Wow.
All right, so after Christmas time, while I got you and Hog Leg up here at the same time, I guess we need to run a convoy so we can set a date for this death race.
We need to test it out again first, don't we?
That's what I said. We need to run a convoy, and then we need to make sure everything's working, and then set a date. So Y'all want to do it at night or you want to do it in the daytime? The convoy.
It don't make me no difference.
You don't want either.
All right.
If my internet is slow or whatever, I ain't gonna be able to do it anyway.
Well, we just have to try it, see what it does now that you've updated your internet.
It's been 90 download and what 50 or 60 upload. 60 upload. And tonight it was down way lower than that. 60 and 36, I think, tonight.
He said the 4th of July.
Huh.
Mark. He said the death race ain't gonna happen till the 4th of July.
I'm beginning to believe you're right, Mark.
Oh
Yeah.
God, listen. I've been so busy. Y'all don't have no idea. I've been busy on other I got so many people wanting projects, friends outside of YouTube. My wife had some friends and they had a death in the family, and I just been busy. Trying to Christmas shop for the wife. I've even had to duck playing a game with Stan here and there just so I get some things done. Been a busy time for me.
There you go, Lance.
Yeah. Congratulations, Lance. This is
Good
gonna
deal.
be his first cat con.
That's great.
Stan would like for me to go live with him about 2 nights a week. That ain't happening. But Stan is getting up by the time I go to bed.
Yeah, I don't. I wake up, but it's right towards the tail end of the show most of the time. And what's Curtis doing? He's gone and come back or something?
He run out of M&M.
Welcome
Yeah.
back, Curtis.
This is different, Hoggy. This is different on this side.
Yeah, it is.
He cut
no
that
power.
camera. He cut that camera off. He don't want y'all to see all that stuff he's carrying back in that kitchen.
Yeah, see, it's hard because can't sit there and time out Troy. Can't put him in the basement.
Yeah, well,
Now I'm seeing all these avatars that I could put up here. I can't wait to get to CatCon so I can add some more.
when is that thing?
Like CatCon, I think it's in February 23rd and 24th.
Yeah, February 23rd and 24th.
Got a lot of people I want to go and harass when I'm down there. Oh, me and Eric might go stay at old J-Dog's house that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, might even go fishing.
Well, J-Dog was going to take double hook angler fishing.
Yeah.
Well,
That'd be good.
yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Well, he's got the boats for it.
Hello, crazy hillbilly.
Hey, Billy.
Hey, Billy. I think Mark.
Skywalker,
UK.
I hope you know that you messed up.
Who?
Skywalker,
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
you're gonna be as big as the doggone house.
Hey, Skywalker.
Hog leg, you know these ain't nothing. These are just little fill-ins.
Hey, I want to tell y'all two something. So, listen to this.
Stink over stink. Wait a
Hey,
minute.
George.
Hey, Dunk.
So that
Troy.
that
No,
trucking
George.
game,
Uh-huh.
I done figured out something about that trucking game that I didn't know.
What's that?
They got mods for that trucking game, like mods for that police game that I mod. They got maps all over the world.
Wow.
They got the whole United States and over in overseas maps. I seen a guy run a load from Iraq to the Bahamas.
How in the world?
Wait a minute now.
They ain't no doggone road that runs
Well, yeah, but he had to get on a ferry.
A ferry,
a ferry.
Harry.
a
Yeah.
ship. He may have got on a ship, but he didn't get on no ferry.
He had to get on a transport.
Oh, a ship.
Well, yeah. And I seen a guy the other day run from Los Angeles to New York.
Well, how you go about doing that? You had to
Well,
buy.
I ain't figured it out yet. I'm gonna have to go.
But you can't use the mods in the
Yes, you can, because it's got a deal there. It's got a deal there. It says allow mods.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to figure that out. So I went and looked yesterday briefly and found one of the United States. I guess it's got all 50 states on it.
Hey, Dink.
Huh.
Wow. But
I did not call Curtis a fairy. Be quiet, Mark.
oh,
Mark, you duck-loving son of a gun.
You need to stop being a keyboard warrior and come on up here and fight like a man.
Yeah.
mm. I ain't heard that one in a long time. Keyboard.
Oh,
warrior.
Buzz scared to go to bed. He's scared we'll talk about it. He waiting on 12 o'clock already.
So they got all kinds of mods, and I didn't even know it. So
Yeah, but can you imagine trying to explain to me and Steve how to get and download one of them mods?
let me clarify.
Hey, Fresno. Yeah, I know, Buzz. You waiting on midnight. I know.
I love y'all, but I damn sure ain't doing that.
What? Oh man.
That is too much work.
Catfish Fresno. Welcome in.
Yeah, Troy's not a teacher.
Oh my God.
Well, Troy, you keep saying you want to make a cross-country trip 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you go up, if you go to Brownsville, Texas, and take a load up to the northwest,
Yeah,
that's well over 2,000 miles.
yeah.
I know it, and that's gonna be a stream I'm gonna do at night, and that's probably gonna be a 3-hour stream. We gonna do it. From Montana to Brownsville, but I guess these maps are pretty good looking maps. They're very detailed, so I'm gonna have to try one, see what it's like.
I forget the name of that place up yonder in Washington, but man, that's a long run up through there. And I don't. When I go up that way, I always go to California and go up 5 all the way up, damn all them crooked roads through Utah and everywhere.
You know, all jokes aside, modding is really not that difficult if you've got a good instructional video. I mean, it's not. Uh, once you first get started, you're a little nervous about doing it. But once you do modding for a short period of time, and you kind of know what know what to expect, it don't take long to mod a game.
I don't understand nothing about it and don't want to know.
On this
I'd just be more confused.
on this game, on this Farming Simulator 19 right there,
Yeah.
I added a bunch of mods to it. I had drones that would fertilize. You could set them up and let them fertilize the fields.
Well, that take a while
Yeah,
on them little bitty drone. It wouldn't haul but a cup full, would it?
well, the drones didn't run out of fertilizer.
No, they don't run out.
No.
You don't talk about drones. I seen on the news the other day they fixed to start. Walmart's is fixed to start doing drone deliveries here at the town I live in.
Huh.
Until one of them things fall out of the sky and hit somebody on the head and kill them.
Yeah.
Then that'd be the end of that.
Thanks, Gabe.
He ain't gonna sleep for 2 days now, Gabriel.
I'm all jacked up on M&M's.
Man, if I ate that much chocolate,
Oh, I'd be up all night. I can't eat candy like that. It makes me gain weight.
Well, I'm a lot younger than you fellas.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Oh, you got to be close to 40.
Wow. I'm the same age as the dog. I'm 43.
Well, yeah. Don't worry. About you got about 2 more years eating like that, and you fix it to blow up like a blimp. It all goes downhill after 40. Ogleg's smiling because he knows.
yeah, that's right, David. They just think folks are stealing stuff off the front steps. Wait till they see a package flying overhead.
Absolutely.
They go to shooting them drones down and catching them packages and putting
Yeah.
them.
I can see them doing that too.
Oh man.
Well, I tell you another thing is happening too. There's a lot of car stealing going on. A lot.
I wonder if will they have to log a flight plan? Because that would have to be considered commercial.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
will, and they'll have to have some type of insurance too, because now if that thing causes an accident,
Well, you know it ain't gonna fly up yonder. You know a commercial airplane fly over and you don't even know it. With them drones, you gonna know they coming by.
Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. I remember what Kenny used to say about that.
Man, them drones used to drive OK people crazy.
Yeah. He wouldn't stop talking about them.
you know, there's a guy on YouTube that I watch that does kayak fishing, and he's got a drone camera.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers that have them drone cameras. They send them up and take overhead shots.
I want Hog Leg to do something like that.
I got a drone with a camera on it that my mama sent me.
Yeah,
But
that'd be pretty cool. You do something like that while you're out fishing.
I don't know.
I
He
mean,
wants to what?
him out there with the drone, be out there
Hey,
fishing with the
Possum.
drone. Hey, Queen Possum.
This is a little bitty drone, not that big. About the size of this controller.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen them. But early on, when they first came out, they was all a little bitty like that.
Yeah. It's got a camera on it and all. As a matter of fact, you fly it with your phone.
Yeah.
I'd crash it.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. They crash.
Hey, did y'all see that 89-pound fish I caught on that game today?
What kind of what?
Big old carp.
Lord have mercy.
89-pound carp.
Yeah, legendary. It's a special fish.
What is that, a little helicopter?
Yeah, I was just sending that to Kenny. Tell him I was spying on him. That was too late.
Wow.
You know how he felt about that stuff.
Yeah.
He'd have probably punched me right in the eye. Curtis, get the heck out of here.
Oh, man. Queen Possum. Possum Outdoors. Welcome in.
Now I'm going to go over and bother Bugman with it.
I heard you do, David. I heard that you had to be certified.
Yeah.
That drone flies so high up. I think it's over 100 foot.
At one time, you couldn't fly them in a certain proximity to an airport. Now, I don't know if that law changed or not.
I don't either.
All that.
I don't either.
The best drone video I ever watched, though, was one, it's been several years ago. A fella, I don't know where he was, but it was a hornet's nest at his farm headquarters, out by his grain bin. And he took one of those drones. He had a drone farm, and he got that thing up there close to that hornet's nest and let them blades whittle into that hornet's nest.
Yeah.
And they didn't take that thing down, but they almost did. Man, they swarmed that little old thing, and he flying around all around trying to get them to get off of it. But you know, I guess that sound or something attracts them, and they just took over that drone. It ain't no telling how many things you killed, but he eventually saw that hornet's nest in too. But they give that drone a fit.
Yeah, imagine.
And I sat there and watched that video for the whole thing, and then watched some of it again.
That's like me and Melissa. How many people sit around and watch the lawn cutting grass?
You talking about the guys that cut them for free and all that?
Yeah.
I watched some of them.
Yeah, me and Melissa do.
Not me, no way.
I love to watch the new machinery that they have that they can saw trees down with tractors and all
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
love to
Yeah.
watch that stuff. And
yeah,
the logging videos where they got those machines that will cut the tree off and then cut it in delimit and then cut it in lengths. You
yeah.
know,
Yep.
the
Yep.
right lengths.
Yep.
And then sort it so that the one trailer's got all the same size logs on it, and machinery is it's amazing to me that what's out there for people to
Well, they
use.
got a video game for mowing grass, lawnmower simulator.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, if I bought another game, if I got into another game, it would be the farming simulator or whatever you call it. But I don't know.
well, you ought to buy it.
And I said if I ever was to get another one.
Coach has got to learn that truck driving game first.
Man, if Coach don't know that by now, he ain't never gonna learn it.
Right now, I ain't gonna know it.
That was kind of fun to watch hog leg hunt the other night. Now
Oh.
we got out there, and there's a deer standing out there, and it's hog leg. He's bent over, and he's boom, 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 and of course Stan's on there with us, and he shot like 6 times. And I looked, I said to Stan, I said, "Have you carried him to the gun range?" He's like, "No, you reckon I ought to carry him to the gun range like you did me when I started?" I said, yeah, right
Yeah.
now.
Well, hey, Troy, you came in right as me and Stan we had just got through where the crocodiles was, and there was a huge crocodile. And I didn't have but a 243, and I done hit that joker 7 times.
You ain't gonna get with that.
I hit him in the face. in the
Yeah, that
throat.
gun's too small for that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
7 times.
Yeah, we need to get you on the duck hunt. I want to see you shoot some flying ducks.
Hog leg be sitting there missing. Ding, ding.
You got no. I need some more practice, man. Before I shoot anything flying.
Ah,
I was trying to shoot the last time I was playing. I was shooting at running deer.
oh God.
Yeah, and I couldn't hit them, but I shot at the hog right he was running, and I hit him.
You know the thing I enjoy about y'all playing
Night.
video games the most?
Night bug.
Night buggy.
The thing I enjoy watching y'all play video games with me the most is y'all figure out real quick how easy it is not. Because shooting a deer on the run is a chore.
Yeah. Yep.
And them flying, like I said, Stan killed 2 birds, shot 250 times and killed 2 birds.
Jeez.
I shot 100 times and killed 25.
Wow.
Well, that ain't worth a damn either.
No.
Might be good in the game, but it.
Well, now wait a minute. Now the average hunter only gets 5 birds to a box. Did you know
Oh
that?
man, ducks.
Yeah.
No, I got more than that. Dove.
Well, how many did you get a box?
Well, the
There's 20
first shot.
shells in a box.
Huh?
There's 20 shells in a box.
You've been getting more than 5 birds. You must have been waiting on them to land on the light pole somewhere.
No, we go to the peanut field. We hung.
That's a good one, Troy.
After
Well,
what I
first
saw
shot-
the other night, there ain't no way.
Well, when I was duck hunting, the first shot I'd usually get probably close to 6 on the first shot. And then I'd probably get about 3 or 4 on the second shot.
If you look it up on the statistics on dove, it's 5 birds to a moth.
Yeah, 25 shells. Yeah.
Doves, I'm talking about ducks.
Oh well,
Well,
ducks is probably 10.
No.
Probably
Well,
10
I started out shooting ducks on the water.
Yeah.
And then when they got up, you shooting into that mass and you knocking ducks everywhere then.
Well, good Lord, Ray Charles could shoot them when they lit on the pond.
That's the way you duck hunt.
I'm talking about them flying at 100 miles an hour. I ain't talking about them lighting. Good Lord, I could kill them with a slingshot sitting on the pond.
Oh man. No, Gabriel. I just ain't put it up yet.
Hey, Possum.
I had it on a while ago. I showed it off a while ago.
Melissa
They
said,
didn't put it up.
I don't see how y'all do it every morning, Melissa. It takes strength to get up that early every morning.
Hey, it's pretty awesome.
Huh?
It's pretty awesome. You wake up,
You ain't
you
you
get
not
to see
50
everybody. You're not 50 yet. Ever. These M&Ms got catfish on them.
Now, you ain't never lied there, David Smith. That damn teal, they getting it, buddy. And it don't seem like you ever shoot them coming to you. They either going left or right. And
That's where I was hunting yesterday. I was hunting teal on the Mississippi map.
man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, man, you're going to have to get a hammer and nail, start adding on to that room. You keep collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, them little teal can fly. They jet propel.
Troy, that joker needs to go fishing is what's that problem with that fella.
Who, Hogleg?
Oh, yeah.
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 He needs to leave the Golden Corral alone.
That's going to be a game changer. That trolling motor.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do some trolling now.
Well, how's Melissa feel about the trolling motor?
Oh, she likes it.
And as long as she don't let you borrow that truck, you ain't gonna be done nothing but looking at that trolling.
Hey, Coach, I almost got my truck ready.
2 years later.
You might ought to be looking into somebody getting you an e-bike where you have something pull that trailer.
Get him a golf cart like John Parker got.
Yeah, get you a golf cart to pull that trailer with.
Say, is your truck really fixed? Because I've been hearing that for about a year and a half now. About
A year and a half.
Yeah, ask Melissa.
Ask Melissa.
She said that she walked out there the other day and said it sounded really good. Ask her.
Falling off the jack stand?
No,
Yeah,
I had a new
spiders
muffler
sprayed
put on it and everything.
Yeah. The spiders took off in that truck.
Yeah.
You got a set of muffins on it?
I put a brand new muffler on it.
Oh, man.
I put 4 new shocks on it.
Well, I mean, is it running to where you can hear to know whether the muffler's working or not?
Yeah.
Oh, it's running.
Ask her. Tell
Melissa.
him. Melissa.
Melissa.
It's running.
Well, you let me
Was
know
that-
when you let me know when you get that truck fixed. I'm gonna send you a bumper sticker to put on it. Hog gone wild.
Oh,
Oh, going wild.
yeah.
She said it.
Melissa,
Slowly.
slowly ain't the word. I don't know what the word is, but slowly don't cover it.
All I got left to do is I found out that the valve cover, the left valve cover is leaking really bad. You got to put a new valve cover on it, put a new wiper motors on it, and replace the door regulator in the driver's door.
Hey, hog leg.
Yeah,
I tell you a secret.
what's that?
A damn handicap could have had that truck running by now.
Wow.
Oh, dang. Hog leg. Dang.
Oh man.
Troy
Oh, my
almost made me
Lord.
choke on an M&M.
And y'all been telling me what I need to do about my computer. I know what Hogleg needs to do about that truck.
What's that?
Tape a quarter to it and run it out in the BIOS so he'd be losing something.
Oh man.
Oh my Lord.
And jack that thing up and put a truck on it.
Yeah.
Hog leg sounds like you need to make a video, buddy.
Yeah, we need to see this
Hell,
truck.
it'd be 3 years long.
I ain't had this truck but a year.
Yeah, it's
Hogleg,
different.
You've been working on that truck ever since I've known you.
No,
This is a different truck, Coach.
This is a no one. I sold the quad cab.
Oh,
Cause I lost money on the quad cab too, but I got a bunch of black widow spiders out in my yard too.
oh.
I figured I had about $2,000 in the quad cab, and I sold it for $1,500, and it wouldn't. None of the safety features worked on it. That's what was wrong with
But
it.
hell, it's sitting on blocks. It don't need no safety feature.
No, it was not, man. Come on now. It was sitting on wheels, nice wheels, with nice tires. And,
Well, look, what have you got now, Hog?
89 Ford XLT crew cab. Yeah,
Yeah. I heard that one. Yeah.
but no, it's the body is straight, real. The paint job's a little messed up on it.
Who
But-
cares about that?
Yeah, who cares about that?
Well, you worried about the window. You probably ought to be worried about the paint too. You can open the door. You don't need no window in it. Put some cardboard up there. Tape some plexiglass in the hole.
Wow.
It's the plexiglass.
Dang.
Or Lexcan, or whatever they call that stuff. What is the name of that stuff? Lexan? Man, I like that stuff.
You know, it ain't a good
If not,
No,
not
it
all-
ain't a good thing, but I didn't lose but $500 on that truck.
But you
If
got-
I was lucky to get $1,500. When I bought the truck, when I bought the quad cab, it needed a heater core in it. I put a heater core in it, drove it. Me and Melissa drove it all around town, and all of a sudden one day, it just wouldn't crank no more. So I got out there and messed with it, and when I finally got it to crank up, the headlights, the turn signals, the brake lights, none of that worked. And man, I didn't ever get it to working.
Sound like lightning struck that truck.
Yeah, it does.
That's what it sounds. It sounds like lightning got in.
Yeah. But I mean, I could have drove it, but I just wouldn't have. I'd had to use my turn signal, my arm, and this
And just
turn
drive it in
signal.
the daytime.
Huh?
And just drive it in the daytime.
Yeah, just drive it in the daytime. I could have drove it, but it sat out there so long, it was growing black widow spiders.
Well, that ain't good.
No, and I sold it, and all the black widow spiders went with it.
Of course, you can shut one of them bombs in there and get rid of all them pretty quick.
No, that's what I set 5 bombs under, and I had one of those big old tarps that went, one of the big FEMA tarps
Yeah, I know what's talking about.
that covers the houses up.
Yeah.
Put it all the way over it, and I've set 5 of those bombs off under it. I thought it killed them, but it did not kill them.
And they didn't kill all of them then, huh?
No.
Did you
Well,
put
it
any
could have
inside the
been-
truck?
They could have hatched out. See, you might just need to do it because the eggs are. It won't have poison that won't do nothing to them eggs, or whatever. And then when you got another batch comes out, you have to kill. You probably got to do it several times to get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
Of course, if it had spot black widows in it, I wouldn't want to fix it and ride in it anyway.
No, that's why I got rid of it, because I'd be going down the road and black widow spider jump on me. I
You
might
gonna wreck.
kill somebody.
You gonna wreck.
Yeah.
I told you, let one of them bite you, Hog Lake, turn into Spider-Man.
That don't work.
Man, you don't want to get bit by no black widow.
He knows I'm teasing.
Me, my youngest son, and Melissa, we all 3 got bit by brown recluse here at this house.
Did it fall? Skin fall off?
Melissa got a big old scar up here. And I got a big old scar on my leg. The son's got a big old scar on his arm.
I got one right here on my face. When I shave,
Yeah.
I had to take water and wash the shaving cream out because the razor goes over it. And it wasn't a brown recluse. I don't know what kind it was.
Wow.
Got bit during we was over there playing football when I was coaching, and I stand up there for the national anthem, had my cap, you know how you stand there?
Yeah.
I felt something on my face, and I just swatted my hat because I didn't want to move too much. I just swatted my hat up there on my cheek, and I didn't think anything about it. And that's Friday night. Well, Monday morning when I got to go to school, go to work, boy, the whole side of my face swelled up. And we got a nurse down there at the school, and when I went,
Good night, Mark.
Mark gone.
Yeah, he's going.
Thanks for stopping by, bud. She said that she believed got bit by a spider. And anyway, I got a hold of that thing. Got worse and worse and worse. And finally, I went and got me some antibiotics. I forget the name of that stuff. Pills. It's pretty common. And I started taking them, and it went right on down, but it left a hole in my face.
Yeah.
That I had to wash the shaving cream out of it when I run that razor. It's that big, it's pretty good scar.
Yep. Oh man. Yeah, the no-see-ums, they're bad in Florida.
And these biting gnats, these bull gnats we got, I don't know if it gets any worse than them. Them and flies, Lord have mercy. They make mosquitoes look like kindergarten kids.
Who them mosquitoes down there on the southeast coast where I used to live, near Galveston. Them mosquitoes down there, they carry you off.
That's Louisiana mosquito.
Ooh. You can't hardly at a certain time of year you can't hardly be outside of an evening. I mean, they drilling you all over. It's like getting attacked by a nest of bees.
Yeah.
David,
up north, they call them things black flies. And we didn't have them until 08 around here, with the first big high water we had.
But the no-see-ums in Florida, they hang out by the coast in the sand, and you can't hardly see them. They're just little. That's why they call no-see-ums. I mean, you can barely see them, and they will tear you up.
Well, these bull gnats, you can see them occasionally, but boy, they leave whelps on me big as a half a dog.
And skin so soft.
Hey, Buck.
Works well with those no-see-ums.
What does?
Skin so soft.
Well, the skin so soft works. That Banana Boat 50 sunscreen will work 10 times better.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that'll keep them damn bull gnats off of you around here.
But I don't like skin so soft. I don't like the smell of it. So.
Well, try that Banana Boat 50 sunscreen.
Okay.
And they make it in a spray foam now, and that's really easy to use.
All right. Be right back, y'all.
Yeah.
He's going out and work on his truck.
Yeah.
we'll see him tomorrow.
Yeah, that Banana Boat 50 is the only thing I've ever found that'll keep them off of you. They keep them off of me anyway. They're 100%. And the good thing about sunscreen, the sweat don't. If you sweat, it don't weaken it. It stays with you.
You know, these mosquitoes up here won't hard to bite me. I guess I got too much cholesterol in my blood.
It might have. I don't even pay attention to mosquitoes anymore.
Oh, they eat my wife up, though. Lord have mercy, they eat her up.
Since these deadgum gnats came around. Boy, them things. Ooh. Well, we didn't have them bad this year because it's been so dry and the river down so low, I guess. We didn't have any high water. It didn't ever get up in the woods or nothing. And so I guess that had an effect on them because they wasn't that bad.
Ain't got no water.
That's right.
I see the deal on that. I see the documentary on that Mississippi River the other day. Boy, that thing's low.
I'll tell you, it's low.
Golly.
I ate lunch with a guy that's over the Bungie Corporation, the big grain haulers on the river. He's over all the towboats. He lives in Greenville, but he works out of New Orleans. And Mark said that he had a captain that went downstream with a load of soybeans, with a load, whatever he could haul with. The water was low, so they're not carrying major, big loads, but
Right.
And they're not loading the barges very heavy to, keep the draft up some. And said the captain went down, got down there like on a Monday and spent unhooked from his load, and then they take harbor boats, and distribute the barges, the beans to the different overseas shippers. And then the harbor boats make up a tow of empty barges for him to push back up the river. So he went down the river and got down there and got unhooked, and he was sitting there, and they were making up his tow to go back up the river. And he he went by his GPS. You know, he tracked his identical track going back up the river, so that he, would, make it without hitting the ground. He didn't even get to Baton Rouge, and he was sitting on the ground out there in the river, where he just come down a day or two, day and a half before, with the loaded barges, and and he was following his exact track back, and the whole thing was that the river hadn't fallen that much, but that sand had moved. It was moving that sand, and it had built up a sandbar right out there in the river. Underwater, down there, and he got stuck on it. And he said, "I don't know how we're gonna get this damn thing off of it." So then there's 2 or 3 big boats down there pulling and pushing. And I guess we'll get it eventually. I have known them have to go out there with pumps and pump that sand out from under them.
Have you lived in Mississippi all your life?
All 75 years.
So in the 125 years that you've been living, have you ever saw that river that low?
No, it's record low. It's record. Last year was record low, and then this year was even lower. Have
you ever saw it even close to that low that you can recall?
No. It's I've forgotten what it got down to, but I think it was 2 feet lower than I had ever seen it before.
That would seem to worry me.
Yeah. Hey, Uncle John.
In 75 years, they never saw it that low. That'd be kind of concerning.
Yeah.
Well, did I say 75 or 76? I didn't lie.
Well, I said 100. I said 125.
Yeah, I heard that part. I just let it slide. Hey, Don.
He was there when the river was created.
I've been here that many years. I ain't never been hit by a tornado at my house either. So, it's always that possibility. So that's all it is. It's just one of them things. And this time next year, I may be wishing it was low again. You don't never know. I ain't too much on all this global.
Well, let me ask you this. Here's an educated question for you. How many times have you seen that joker flood?
How many times have I seen it flood?
I mean, really flood.
Every other year.
And now it's so doggone dry. They can't get a hold of no water in it or something.
Yeah. See, yeah, John, I saw it. I watched it. Thank you, man. Or thank Danny. We're protected by levees here.
Yeah.
And 48 feet is flood stage in Greenville. And I guess in a 10-year span, I guess it gets above 48 feet, 9 years, 8 years.
And now it's bone dry.
Yeah, now it's dry.
Golly. That's what I'm talking about. That's an oddity.
Oh.
It's just one of those things. Well, see, it was low last year.
What I missed?
Oh, we're talking about the low water.
Coach, what makes you think that the river's down other than just the rain? We ain't got enough rain.
That's all it is. Over the whole nation. See, the Mississippi River drains 41% of the continental United States. That don't have nothing to do with Hawaii or Alaska. But the 48 states, it drains 41% of the land mass. That's almost half. And so the nation is the whole nation's in a drought, see. But now, I know the river's low. But it's low because we worry about the towboats and the towboat industry. Well, there's plenty of water out there for a boat to go up and down. Yeah, there you go, David. That's right. It was well above 48 feet at that day when I was fishing in the woods in those videos or lives. And the video that I put out where we where I sold the rod and reel that day.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that? Some of you may have seen it. Well,
Yep.
I was sitting at 48 feet that day. I was sitting at 48 feet where I was sitting, and I could spit in the water. I mean, that was the same, I guess, same year I was fishing in the woods. But I mean, it always gets up high like that. I mean, and when it gets at 48 feet, and what you got to understand, it's already water in the woods and running out into the woods up because the little low spots that go, they're not at 48 feet. They're at 42 feet. Man, you can drive all through the woods in a boat when it's at 48 feet already. I mean, they don't just get to 48 and it's all of a sudden runs over the banks. It's already in the woods and up against the levee and everything at 48 feet. And then if it goes on up to 56 or 60 feet, now that's when I can see the towboats going down the river from my backyard over that big old levee over there. Everybody ought to look at the geography of where I live. I live underwater. When the river's at 48 feet, let me do the math right here. Let's see. I can't never remember. I had to add it up. If the Mississippi River gauge in Greenville is at 48 feet, if it wasn't for that levee, my house would be under, the base of my house is 118 feet above sea level. The foundation of my house is 118 feet. If it wasn't for that levee, it'd be 123 foot of water at my house. That's at just normal flood stage. Now, if it gets to 60 feet, you see, my house had been floated off. So, when the rivers at flood over there, I'm basically underwater. I'm living underwater where I live. The water's 5 feet higher over yonder than it is at my house. And the campground, the park over there behind the levee, on the riverbank, at 48 feet, you can still go and come into that park. It's still high because the bank of the river is high, from the silt, and that's where it stops first. But yeah, the Mississippi River is it's low and low, but it's still plenty of water. If they had a pipeline, they could be irrigating the whole United States out of it right now, even though it's no water in it. But what we think of as no water is for the towboats. There's plenty of water out there. They used to have a flow chart on the river gauges, and they talk about the dams, the flow through the dams. Mm-hmm. You hear them talking about it, and what's some of the numbers of cubic feet per second they talk about at the dams? 180,000,
if not more.
Do you fish around a dam, Curtis?
No.
Let me see who in here fishes around a dam. 80,000. They talk about letting out 80,000 cubic feet. I can't remember what I hear them saying. But at normal water flow out here, the Mississippi River is running over 1 million cubic feet. That's it. That's not even at high water. So, if it go, I've seen it over 2 million. Well over 2 million cubic feet per second. So it's a lot of water out there. 40,000 is around Norman Head, Little Rock. 40,000.
That's a lot.
He's saying that the dam at Little Rock holds back 40,000. They let out 40,000 normal. Now, how many 40,000s is it in a million? That's a bunch of them. I mean, you know, these other rivers around the Arkansas, now the Tennessee, the Cumberland, now the Missouri, pretty good sized river. But the rest of them, all the way across the country, ain't nothing but ditches compared to the Mississippi River. And the amount of flow that's out there. Ohio, you know, they small compared to the Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if Little Rock is running 80,000 at flood, Mississippi would be running 1,200,000, 1,300,000, something like that.
You know, when you drive down, sometimes you drive, I don't know if they got them there, but sometimes you drive down the old Farmer Market Road, they got them rulers that stick up out of the ground. It's supposed to show you how deep the water is.
Yeah.
And I had one of them over between two towns that when I worked for the police department over there, and I had one up there that's 6 foot high. Because it was at a creek bottom and water would get over that road down there.
Yeah.
So one of my policemen went down there. It's been raining, and I knew it's flooding down there. And he's going to go over to the next town to try to help him. And I said, well, I don't know if you can get through down there. I said, but now when you get close down there, and I told him where it was at, I said, there's going to be a marker over on the shoulder of the road, and that tell you how deep the water is. A little while, he called me on the cell phone. He said, boss, I'm down here where you told me, but there ain't no marker. And I said, well, you got to be in the wrong spot. Of course, it's pitch dark, you know, when it's storming and raining. Son, you got to be in the wrong spot. No, I think I'm in the right spot. I said, well, turn the spotlight on, shine it over to the right. There's going to be a red barn over there. Look for that barn. And he did. He said, yeah, that barn's right there. I said, now you don't see no marker right there, just off about 6 feet off the road there on the shoulder? No. I said, hell, you better turn around and come back. That thing's under the water.
Yeah.
That marker done went plumb up under the water. And he said, you know, he got back up. He said, good thing I called you. He said, it's dark and that water didn't look all that deep. I started once to try to go across there.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
That
You know,
that Riverhead Creek had got swollen up and run that water over that road. It's 6 feet high there.
that's somebody. Is that somebody leaving or somebody just, Curtis? Wait a minute.
Yeah. There's me bouncing in and out.
Okay.
He
I
chewed.
blame Adam Buchanan.
When I was a kid, I lived out in the country. It's back in the 50s, late 50s and early 60s. And we had lots of kids on the school bus route that they either caught the bus from a boat or a tractor. Because the bus couldn't get to the house. They'd have to come out to the gravel road. And some of them had to come across a bayou or a creek in a boat. And some of them would, little old. Now the ones that's in a boat, their parents always brought them because they wouldn't trust them out there in a boat. But the ones that was on the tractor, you know, it'd be a little old 6-year-old kid and he pull a trailer behind it, and his sister and his little brother might be on it. 7-year-old, 8-year-old boy, he'd drive the tractor up there and leave it parked in the driveway and, you know, up to the house. That's the only way they could, because if there's a bayou or a ditch that run between their house and the ditch, you know, the gravel road, yeah, they'd be underwater. Because, drainage in the Delta, the drainage here was, it was terrible. It wasn't no drainage. It was just natural flow in the bayous and things. They done come in and ditched them, you know, with the track hose and the drag lines and this and that and the other, and got this water and where it gets on out of here now. But boy, it was something, man.
I remember my granddaddy had to go get my grandmother many times on the old tractor to get her home because she'd go to town and it'd flood.
Yeah.
Gravel road, and she had to leave the truck up on the highway. He had to drive down the gravel road on the tractor and get her.
That's exactly right, man.
Yeah.
And we had when I was in school early on, they don't do it no more, I bet, but the senior boys could get jobs driving school buses. And I was one of the lucky ones that had a senior boy driving my bus. And there was one spot in the road that, hey, you get a 2-inch rain, it's going to be underwater. And I would already be on the bus when he'd go to that spot. And he hit that spot going fast, he could go. And that old Chevrolet, pew, pew, pop, pew. And there we'd be sitting in that water, playing and having a big time. And some farmer would come along and see his bus sitting there and turn around and had to go back because the road couldn't get by. They go back and call the school. Tell bus number 61 is drowned out in such and such place. And by the time they got us dried out and got out there and got us out of the water, it was time to try and carry me home. We used to sit in the bus and play all day in the middle of the road. Oh, man. That happened a bunch. Well, I got to where I knew. I mean, we knew what was fixing to happen when we wasn't going to school that day. We might go towards school, but we wasn't going all the way to school. So they were going to hit that water down there and drown the bus out. They did.
You know how them old country roads are. They got a little old small ditch there, dug. And if it rained 3 or 4 inches, all of a sudden it'd be on the road.
That's the way it was.
Yeah, sure enough.
They came in here. There's 2 major water drainage systems right through the Delta. Well, there's actually 3, but they all connected. One of them is the Sunflower River, and then one of them is Putney Creek, and one of them is a Boat for Life. And they all 3 end up joining, and the Sunflower empties out into the Yazoo River. And
Yazoo!
Yeah, back in the 60s, they came in here.
Waiting down yonder on the Yazoo River.
And we had a machine shop there in that little old town I was from, and they built it. Well, to start with, some company, I don't remember the name of it, but they came in here and they went down the center of that thing with chainsaws during the summertime, cutting timber. And they left about 100 foot of timber up on the bank. This big old deep hole, that deep drainage systems. And they cut all that timber out of there with chainsaws. And then they had these big old 2 1/4 trucks with big winches, and they were dragging that timber up the hill. And then they put them on logging trucks and selling the timber. And then the machine shop there in town built we call it a mud buggy, but it would hold a 1,000-gallon water tank, and it had booms on it. It had big old iron wheels, 3 big old wide iron wheels. He worked on that thing for 2 years. And they could put that thing in the bottom of that when the water was down with them booms, and you had those booms where he could elevate them, stick them like this or flat, depending on where it was. And go down through that spraying that undergrowth with Agent Orange, I guess it was. I'm sure that's what it was. It went real slow, but it would go anywhere. It'd crawl over all them old stumps and everything. Just go down through there doing this and rocking and set up way up high. And they kept the willows and stuff from growing back in the cypress trees and all that. That thing had big old cypress trees on it that you couldn't reach. 4, 5, 6 people couldn't reach around. And they cut all that out of there. And then when they got that done, then they went to putting the ditches to it, you know, from the fields and the section ditches where they ran them on section lines, long canal ditches, 10 miles long. And
Yeah.
they drain this country. And they got this country and then sent all the water down to the south part of the Delta, and that's where the people still flooding down there. Because I live in a bowl surrounded by levees all the way around. And levees don't do but 2 things. One of them hold water back, and the other is break.
Yeah.
And if this one over here ever breaks, it's gonna be a sad day.
Oh yeah. A lot of people gonna die.
Millions.
Yeah.
When it broke in 27, that levee that broke in 27, hell, it put it up with mules. So you know about how big it was. There's still remnants of it here and there, all up and down from Memphis to Vicksburg, and that thing wasn't big enough. No, and what's out there now is a sure enough levee compared to what was there.
Yeah.
And it didn't break but once. That was in 27. Well, it broke again in 37.
No, Stephen Corley, he didn't know about that levee.
Who is that?
Stephen Corley.
Well, where he lives, there ain't no levee.
No, he said there wasn't no levee where you live.
Where I live?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he misinformed.
Yeah.
It stops at Vicksburg. See?
Yeah. Yeah, I know that there was a levee where you live because I had pictures of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a feat to do what they did, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this, I about lasted as long as I'm gonna last.
Yeah, I reckon we better shut this thing down. It's getting time to think about bed.
It's about time for me to go let this old handicapped body stretch out.
Yeah.
I want to ask
Hey,
Curtis
Bob.
before we go though. Curtis,
Uh-huh.
all them peanuts you be chewing all the time. You ever had a squirrel try to jump in that beard?
Uh-uh.
Those crumbs you get down in there.
No.
How often you have to brush all that candy out of them peanut out of that beard?
That's good.
Believe it, short. He don't let nothing.
You know what?
nothing-
You know what?
No peanuts.
Let me tell y'all what Stan told me. Me and Stan talk about it every day. He told me the other day that he had to lose some. What doctor told him he needed to lose weight. And let me tell you how he's going to lose weight. He said he's going to go on a 2,500 calorie a day diet to lose weight.
2,500.
That's what he said. And so I told him. He said the doctor was going to send him to a dietitian, and I told him, I said, Stan, that woman ain't going to let you eat 2,500 calories a day and lose no weight.
No.
And he said, well, reckon how much she'll let me have? I said, about 15. He said, I'll be dead in a month.
Man, he was eating pie. I guarantee he ate just about a whole pie the other night.
he goes to Burger King and eats 2 cheeseburgers a second and wonder why he's gained weight.
Oh God.
Yeah, and he had and at pizza he ate the other night. He had 2 of them. He went and bought 2 of them.
Wow.
Wow.
But Stan can eat the whole pizza by himself.
He does.
Good. And he expect to lose weight. Good luck.
I told him to eat a bunch of broccoli. He says he don't
Oh
like
yeah,
broccoli.
did you tell him that? He says he hates green vegetables.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, yeah, you're gonna starve to death at 1,500 calories a diet.
Well, that friend of mine that I carried that half a gallon of trout to last week,
Mm-hmm.
he hadn't eaten the whole half gallon. He lost 7 pounds already.
Dang good. That crap must make you.
No, what he does and what you do, if you like it, if you like that taste, you get to craving it. And instead of eating a candy bar or a Little Debbie's or something, you go get you 2 or 3 bites of that stuff.
Yeah.
See? And so his calorie intake is just automatically dropped. And
Yeah.
I told him that's how it would be. And I believe he likes this stuff better than I do, because I don't even know if I eat a half a gallon a week. And I brought that half gallon down there today, a new one to him, and I said, now, Neil, taste test it and see if you want to put it in the refrigerator or put it up in the cabinet and let it ferment some more. He sat right there and ate 9 fork bites of that. I sat there and watched, I counted them. He ate 9 forks of it. He loved that stuff. And I told him, man, you're going to burn out on it. I said, you need to cut back on it. You're going to get the way you don't want it. He said, no, I don't believe I. He said, I like this stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, David.
Well, that's all. All that's the first week or 2. After that, it don't bother you no more.
Now I'm gonna give you a pro tip. Are you ready for this pro tip? Then I'm going.
All right.
If you get wheelchair bound, don't be eating as much sauerkraut. I'm gone.
All right, man.
Oh,
Later,
man.
Troy.
Take it
All right.
easy, Troy.
Shut it down. I'm ready to get out of here too.
Thanks for letting me come up, Coach.
Yes, thank you for letting us come up.
Everybody came up. Everybody needed somewhere to go tonight, it looked like.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody in the chat, appreciate it. And I'll see y'all later.
All right. Do
Love you,
so.
Hog Leg.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Yep.